What's good, y'all? I'm back. I know y'all was wondering, like, where the fuck you been at? I've been sick. So I had to make sure I heal my body up. Shit, I still been going to work. Y'all know me, I'm about my bread. That's that stubborn part of me. Like, I don't know how to just chill out sometimes and rest. But I don't feel right waking up and not going to get some money. That's just me. Um, so unless I'm stuck and I can't move, I'm gonna get up and go get the money I need to get. So, but I'm feeling better now. About to do my cardio real quick, but I wanted to make sure I go ahead and drop a video since it's been a little minute. But I wanted to talk about how y'all got people out there that's mad at y'all. They pissed the fuck off, and they mad because what used to work on you no longer works. What used to trigger you don't trigger you anymore. What used to get up under your skin doesn't get up under your skin anymore. You see what I'm saying? That's why I talk about the importance of change and becoming your greatest self. Because a lot of us have spent a long period of our lives operating in a way to where people was able to get up under our skin, people was able to trigger us, and motherfuckers will talk shit and you get mad and feel some type of way, and every time you fail to control how you react and how you feel because of those things, it throws you off. You can be super focused on your goal, you can be super focused on your purpose and your destiny, but if you don't have, if you lack the control of your reaction or your emotions due to what people say and do to you during those times where you on your grind, when you on your purpose, when you working on your goals, it will throw you off. It will throw you off. You gotta get to a point in your life where you have these blinders. Like, no matter what people say, no matter what they try to do, it's not gonna knock you off your focus. I mastered that shit to the point where, and it was a struggle for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be like that. I used to let everything get to me, but as you get older, when it comes to the matters of your health, when it comes to the matters of, your peace and your sanity, you will start to realize as you get older what really fucking matters and what doesn't. If people don't fuck with you, that don't matter. Like, yeah, you might have a lot of relationships out here with people that's, any true relationship you have with people is important. You know what I'm saying? You want to be true to that. But the relationship that you have with self, the relationship that you have with God and the universe trumps all of that shit. So at the end of the day, if people want to fall off, if people don't want to support you, if people don't, and you got people out there, they don't fuck with you, but they fuck with you. Weird shit, right? They don't fuck with you, but they fuck with you. They don't fuck with you, but they still watch you. They don't fuck with you, but they still friends with you on your social media. They don't fuck with you, but they still make it their business. They still take time out of their 24 hours in a day to sit there and see what you about, what you got going, instead of focusing on themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it took me a long time to master that. But you got people out there that's mad as fuck at you simply because they trying to trigger you, they trying to throw you off, they trying to get you to slow down, they don't want you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? They're trying their damnness. Then you got people who, once they realize, so some people don't know how to tap out. They don't know when enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Those same people, after they done tried themselves, what they'll try to do is try to recruit other people. You know what I'm saying? Then they got to sit there and try to get other people to gang up on you and try to persuade other people not to like you, try to persuade other people not to fuck with you, not knowing that you done grew so much that none of that shit matter. Y'all don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm the type of person, I'm about getting up, getting me some money. Period. I take care of myself. I do what I got to do for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm independent like that. But at the same time, you got people out there that try so hard and make it seem like if you're not affecting my money, if you're not affecting me in any kind of way, it doesn't matter. I don't pay attention to you. That's just what it is. And some of y'all talk too much. Y'all talk too much. Yeah, you got people out there that cheer you on and root for you. You got your supporters. But there's a lot of people out there who prey on your downfall. Like, just like how they say there's power in your tongue, in a good way, there's also power in your tongue in a bad way. You got to learn to shut up sometimes, period. I used to be the same way too. Always have to announce something. Y'all announce stuff too much. Stop announcing. Because what you're doing is you're giving them bait. You're giving them fuel to figure out on how to play you, on how to prey on your downfall. Like, I get it. Like I said before, yeah, it feels good to get, recognized about some shit or get a hand clap or a pat on the back. But if you don't learn to do that for yourself, there's some things that I put on my social media. You know what I'm saying? I put some of my success stories on social media, but it's a lot of shit that I haven't put on there. I pick and choose what to put on there. I don't put everything on there. I don't tell people my every move. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mindful of that shit. You got people literally watching you. They make it their business every fucking day. They'll get up and go on your page. They'll get up and scroll their timeline to see what you done put on there. They'll get up just to see what you doing. You got people out there that do spell work. You got people out there that do witchcraft. And y'all just tell all y'all fucking business. You tell all your fucking business. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not understanding that. Stop telling everything. People don't need to know. People don't need to know. And I know for a fact, me personally, I went through a period of time where it felt like no matter what I did to come up, it was always something. It was always some type of roadblock. It was always something that came that was lurking, that tried to stop me, that triggered me. And I thought long and hard for years, like, what the hell is going on? Because, you got shit that come up because that's just what it is. It's a test. Spirit tests your faith. And if you say you really about something, Spirit gonna test that. But then you got other things that come about because you talk too much. You know what I'm saying? You talk too much. You giving them bait. You giving them fluid, lighter fluid. Because you really got people, whether you believe it or not, and you got a whole lot of supporters. You got people that love you and know you a good person and this, that, and the third. But you have a lot of people who it's weird. It's like they hate you, but they love you type shit. And they really sit there and spend a lot of their time checking you out. They spend a lot of their time trying to figure out, like, how they can get up under your skin. Motherfuckers posting subliminals. Motherfuckers doing all this other shit. But I'm telling you, you have to get focused to the point where you don't give a fuck. A lot of our problems, is something that I learned in the past too. Like, a lot of what we worry about and stress about really doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, when you walk in your purpose and you focus on your goals, what you see in front of you might not be, ideal. You might be going through shit. We all go through shit. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get to a point where you really determine if that shit really even deserves that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? There's people out there that don't understand. You still don't understand that whatever you put your energy towards, that's what you give life to. You give it life. So if you worried and you stressed about shit that really don't matter, if you really sit there and you worry about shit that you can listen to other people's problems. There's some people out there, you sit there, you listen to other people's problems and you allow they shit to trigger you and make you feel some type of way. You got to be careful of that. But whatever you give your energy to, that's what you give life to. So a lot of times when you going through shit, it's because you worried about that shit. That's why sometimes when it comes to you setting goals and you got plans to make certain things happen, it's best to just be quiet sometimes about it, because what happens is you'll run into people that will sit there and try to tell you all the possibilities of what could go wrong. They'll sit there and try to tell you, like, well, if you do this, then, this can happen. But what they don't understand is you already considered the odds. You already done thought about it. That in itself was a process, a mental process that you had to go through. You got people out here who just jump out there and make decisions. But a lot of times, before you make a decision, we all think. We think of the possibilities. We think of what the consequences. We think about what could go wrong. We think about what if it don't work out. We think about all that shit. So if you're going to open your mouth and say something, make sure you open your mouth and say something to those who will sit there and clap for you. Like, oh yeah, bro, like you should do that. Go ahead and do that. Like I see you doing that. That type of shit. You don't need to open your mouth to people who, when you mention something that you're trying to do something, they sit there and be like, well, you know, I heard that if you do that, then, you know, a lot of people done tried it and this, that, and the third, and they ain't succeed at it. Them the people you need to stay away from, period. Because you already considered that shit. You already went through that. Deep down inside. You got some people who will sit there, some people like me, if I'm bothered about something or worried about something, I really don't address a lot of things, y'all. I sit there, a lot of what I deal with is on the inside. I don't open my mouth. I don't whine, I don't complain, I don't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I already go through that type of process within myself before I make decisions. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there like that, just like that. But you need to stay away from people who immediately, when you open up your mouth, when you actually find the courage within yourself to do something. Because like I said, it's a process. When you actually find that courage, when you actually get to a point where you done thought about that thing so much to the point where you like, you know what? I can do it anyway. I can achieve this anyway, despite all of the possibilities of something going wrong. You know what I'm saying? And the moment you open your mouth, somebody will sit there and tell you what can go wrong. That's their immediate response. You need to stay away from them type of people. Because there's a lot of people out there that will project their fears onto you. They will project, you know, if they feel like they can't do something, they'll put that energy on you. Don't put that energy on me. If you too scared to do it, then that's on you. You know what I'm saying? If you too worried and you too iffy, then that's on you. But don't put that energy off on me. And that's why a lot of people end up not being successful in the way that they want to, because they see what they want to do. They know what needs to be done, but they don't allow that fear and them anxieties and shit that they have to get in the way. What I had to learn personally is that when I take a look, every now and then I take a look back over my life. I see that all the things that I've accomplished, the things that I went through, the times where I did sit there and I did cry and was stressed and worried and all that shit because I didn't know the outcome. When I thought about all the fears of taking the first step to do something. And when I look back and seen that when I took that step, I made it through. Yeah, I went through the trials and the errors and had to jump hurdles and climb mountains, but I made it through. And so when I look back over that shit, it encourages me to take the next step to what I'm trying to do. That's the purpose in that shit. That's the purpose in it. If you took the step 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, and you end up succeeding, guess what? Go ahead and take the next step. You know, it's supposed to strengthen you in that way. It's supposed to prepare you for the next level. It's supposed to prepare you for the next step. You see what I'm saying? People out there, as you grow, a lot of people, you know, you got people that'll clap for you and be glad for you. But then you have a lot of people out there that can't stand that shit. That's why I talk about the importance of working on yourself from the inside out. Being able to look in the mirror and admit to yourself that you got to work on this area. And you lack here, so you got to work on that. And you lack there, so you got to work on that. And the more you honest with yourself, because everybody ain't gonna keep it real with you. People see where you fucking up at, but people want you right there. They want you right there. They don't want you to see that you can get better. They don't want you to see that you can grow. They don't want you to see that you can become a greater person. They don't want you to see that you know, you can be successful. They don't want you to see that shit. Whole time they'll be in your face. They'll break bread with you. They'll chill with you and you think you the best of friends. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to know that. That's why it's important for you to know it. That's why it's important for you to understand it. And the more you grow, the more you work on yourself, motherfuckers they ain't got no lighter fluid, they ain't got no bait. They can't come at you. They can't form any weapon. Anything they try to form, any weapon they try to form against you won't prosper. All they know is who you used to be. All they know is what used to trigger you. All they know is what used to get up under your skin. You know what I'm saying? But this new you, they don't know shit about. So not only are they mad that what they knew worked, what they knew used to work, doesn't work anymore, now they got to try to figure out what does. And what they fail to understand is nothing they do at this point will work. That shit that goes on behind closed doors with you, that people don't see, the tears that you cry, that battle that you go through, that you fight within yourself all the time that people don't see. Because when you come out here, you put a smile on your face and shit. That shit right there, that's what preps you. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel good during that moment. You go through a lot of shit. A lot of shit crosses your mind. A lot of doubts. You know what I'm saying? But despite how it makes you feel, it's during that moment, that's what's building you. That's where your growth comes from. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get your lighter fluid from. That's where you learn to motivate yourself from. That's where you learn to be disciplined. So be mindful of what y'all speak. Stop telling everybody everything. Everybody don't need to know your every move. Everybody don't need to know all your successes. Let that shit show for itself, because it will. When the time is right, it'll show. You know what I'm saying? But be mindful. You got people out here, they mad at you. Because what used to work against you, it no longer works anymore.